YouTubes and my Twitches. Yo.
Infinity times Infinity Studios.
.com. Go to the .com too. Check it out because Infinity times Infinity Studios is right here. We're in your face today, you guys. Okay. We got an awesome stream today. We're gonna be talking.
If it's happening, I don't see it happening yet. Oh, there it is.
Oh.
This happens every week, guys. I'm sorry, my tablet is kind of slow to the game, so the monitoring always shows us what we're doing, but it takes a minute to register that it exists.
Right.
As with all things in life.
So the monitor that we're using is a small Samsung tablet.
Yeah.
It doesn't think as fast as other computers and things like that, but it does its job. You know?
Yeah, what I mean? It's a little fuzzy. It sees the world as a little fuzzy, like Billie Eilish or whatever, you know?
Okay.
The world's a little fuzzy.
All right. So what are we going to talk about today, Dan? What is this? Why are we here?
We were going to talk about what we were talking about last time, and then we kind of stopped talking about so that we could continue talking about.
Right. So this is the second part of a series. Okay.
Yes.
If you haven't seen the first part,
welcome.
Go check that out.
Welcome to part 2.
Welcome to part 2
of the enthralling documentary series of the HEDD Type 07 Mark II studio monitor speakers.
Right. The drama continues, you guys.
The journey to the perfect wave. We're going to surf it all together, all right? You guys are surfing the internet. We're surfing the waves of music, the waves of data, the waves of life and culture and humanity.
Right. We're surfing the waves of life itself.
We're surfing the waves of life itself.
What we talk about here is how do audio and video interact with each other in real life and in the theoretical plane.
Yeah.
Where how do these two things coexist together? And
right. In life, there is things that you see and things that you hear.
Right.
So there must be both video and audio coexisting.
Coexisting in one...
We can logically conclude as scientists.
Right.
That if we see and hear things, there is both audio and video out there.
Right.
Both theoretically and reality, really. Tilly.
So the thing that you want to ask yourself is, if a tree falls in a forest and nobody is there to hear it, then does sound exist?
Yeah. Is this real? Is this really real?
Is this really real? What's funny is that we find a lot of things that match up. Today, the reason why we're talking about these monitors is because they are really nerdy and awesome. Right, Dan?
Yeah, we use nerdy in a positive light here in Infinity times Infinity Studios, as well as weird. We like things that are weird and nerdy. So when we say super nerdy to describe something, you may take that as the highest honor bestowed upon you.
Yeah, because we are nerds. It is
and
okay
we're weird.
for us to
we are weird nerds.
Nerd.
So we also like the weird nerdy things.
Right. I just happen to be a visual nerd. Audio nerd over here.
I'm the guy with the shit on his head that's about the sound, so
I'm the one
that's
with
my
a
nerdiness.
Monitor on my hand.
Yeah, so here we are nerding out on our nerd things and playing you some space music at the same time. You may have noticed, although I did turn it down a bit after the intro.
Yeah.
But that's actually coming from microphones this week, as you can probably see in quadrant 3. Because what's going on is that instead of just describing these things like we did last time, we're demonstrating them in real time for you, the universe. And that way there's no denying that we've demonstrated what we're talking about.
Right. Today is extra special because what we're doing here is you're actually hearing what's coming out of the KRK speakers right now.
Yes. Yeah, you see... This is a studio, and we monitor audio on studio monitors in a studio, and we've been using these KRK VXT6 studio monitors for many years now as the reference for mixing. And when you do that with a pair of speakers, you're inevitably going to learn what they sound like, and as a result of that, things will translate better due to your familiarity and then thus capability with mixing them as a result. However, I've known for a long time really, but I have noticed more lately that the KRKs are not a very accurate representation of reality. And that's kind of a problem when you're talking about studio monitoring, because what you need from studio monitoring is something that it's going to call what we call translate. So what that means is that when you hear this sound that you made on one thing on another thing, how is that going to sound? Is it going to sound good or bad? Because something that sounds like one thing on one set of speakers is going to sound sometimes drastically different on another.
Another one, right. Mm-hmm.
So part of what the goal is with studio monitors is for it to be able to translate, and then no matter what source you play it through, it will sound right, like you want it to sound, like you meant it to sound.
Right.
Okay, so those are the things that the mixing stage can influence pretty heavily.
Right. So the difference between me and Dan is that I focus mainly on video. So like videographers are kind of known to like begin kind of like short with the audio, you know, like eventually you become a nerd enough to want to do video and audio together.
Right. Yeah, but at first it's kind of one or the other.
It's kind of one or the other. Which one do you want to learn?
Yeah.
But whenever it comes to audio,
hold on, we're getting in these. I'm gonna go close the door.
Okay.
We're getting some echo in
oh,
these.
from in there. Wow. Yeah. That's insane. All right, we're getting some echo because we're actually being so loud that in that other room it makes that echo. You know. Anyway.
Yeah, if we're being picked up by those mics, then we sounded like a lot more of a room.
Yeah, for sure.
I do believe we were sounding that way. So.
Okay, so you tell us,
yeah,
you know, in the comments,
I think
make
we will
sure
have
to tell us,
substantially.
You know, how much can you hear in this video? Because what we're gonna do is we started with the KRK VST or what is it?
The VXT.
VXT
6.
Right.
Yeah, and those are interesting from a design standpoint because they're curved enclosures. So instead of a box that the speaker's in, it's like an egg shape, kind of. So like whenever you have rounded edges on your enclosure, you reduce edge diffraction. So again, I'm in with those nerdy words, and I'm hitting you with some shit. But what I'm discussing and talking about here happens to be what's relevant in recording, and that's why we're talking about it.
Right.
So in the case of edge diffraction, a speaker, the wave that a speaker is projecting is influenced by the shape of the enclosure the speaker's inside. So whenever there's a rounded edge, there's no edge for a diffraction to happen. So that's what the rounded edges are about. And as a result, the stereo sound field is absolutely present. It's large. It's fairly large. In fact, it's probably larger than it would be if they were square enclosures.
Right.
But the disadvantage with that is that you can lose some of the capability to discern directionality in the sound field.
Right.
So if you want to perceive where an instrument is in space, it might be harder if your sound field is wide and diffused.
Yeah.
To use another word from last week. But
right. Diffusion.
But the thing about these VXT6s is not only do they have some cool design characteristics, but they also they have some sound. They have a signature sound. Basically, all speakers have a signature sound, and whenever you hear that, you can even know like what brand the speakers are at times. You know, if you understand what a speaker or a brand's signature sound is, that's something that a person who's listening often can identify. So
So then the second part is going to be us disconnecting those speakers and putting in the head monitors.
Yeah, we got some head for you again this time.
We got some good head for you guys.
Yeah, double head.
Double head
is happening. And so that's what this music is that you're hearing here that I just turned back up a little bit.
Bada bing, bada boom.
It's the speakers being mic'd up in there. So before we change over to the heads, what we're going to do is play the KRKs back to back with the iLoud MTMs, the IK Multimedia iLoud MTM speakers, which are the ones that we could hear more audio for longer in the scenario that we described last week. So, in other words, we think that the MTMs are more resolute. They are resolving more information. And so this is kind of a test for you out there in YouTube land to hear the difference between the KRKs and the B speakers, the IK Multimedia iLouds. And we'll do the same whenever we replace the KRKs with the heads and switch back and forth, seeing if we can hear what the difference is, if any.
So you guys out there get to tell us if you can hear the difference between the monitors. Right now we have a really cool setup. Dan put together 2 mics. Of course, he can explain it a little better. 2 pencil mics. You know. What do you got for us, Dan? I want to hear the nitty gritty.
Right. Well, if you take a look at quadrant 3 there, you can probably see that you have 2 what they call pencil condenser mics. Often they're small diaphragm condensers, although these technically might even be called a medium diaphragm condenser mic because they're slightly bigger than most pencil mics in their capsular diameter. But they're a modern take on the Neumann KM184 condenser, small diaphragm condenser microphone. No, the Neumann KM84, which was the predecessor to the 184, and that's why this one's called the WA84 instead of the WA184.
Okay.
Anyway, these aren't designed exactly the same because they have a transformer in them. I think it's a Cinemag transformer. But yeah, they reproduce almost an entire frequency spectrum, which is not generally the case for pencil condenser microphones. Usually pencil condensers don't have the low end of bass, especially. So they roll off around 80 hertz or so, generally.
So would it be bad to do ASMR with these types of mics?
No, this is what it would be good to do with, because since ASMR relies on some of the low frequency feeling associated with sound, they would reproduce it in a way that is more stimulating.
Right. Reproduction is very stimulating, guys.
Yeah, this is a type of reproduction that's very, very stimulating.
Anytime there's reproduction going on, things are happening, you know, the mojo's moving, good times are coming. So basically, it's a shootout. It's an old-fashioned shootout, boys.
Yeah, what we got us here is a Wild West, but there is at least one caveat. Certainly this is not a definitive test of any kind, so take everything you see and hear in this stream with a grain of salt.
Sure.
But one in particular thing to mention is that the heads being right out of the box will not have been burned in, so they will not sound as good as they will sound after they've been played through for a little while.
All right. Did you hear that, guys? You got to burn in your speakers, is what Dan is saying, which is kind of like, you know, treat them like a new car that you just got. You gotta wear it in just a little bit.
Drive it a certain way for that first 500 miles.
Drive it nice the first 500, and she'll be nice to you for the rest of her life.
Yeah, but in the case of these speakers, it's actually kind of almost the other way around. She's got to be roughed up a little bit for her to wake up enough to really do her job fully. So
yeah, like Cardi B or like
she wants you to do weird stuff like spit in my mouth or something. I think she said. So, yeah, this is not an X-rated YouTube stream, but Cardi B's got...
Our music videos are not half porno. I mean,
no, but it is somewhat pornographic in nature when we describe how we need to break in speakers, for example.
Yeah. Oh,
just breaking in alone sounds a little...
Oh, by the way, the head speakers have butt plugs. Don't forget about the butt plugs.
There's plugs in the speakers, so we'll probably be showing you a little bit of that. In fact, I know we will because, spoiler alert, I already opened one box and I saw the foam at the top, which has those plugs in it. So
you open Christmas early.
Yeah, it's you'll see everybody.
All right.
So let me, before we get into changing around, we'll do the audio test, and I'll now raise the gain for the mics that have the KRKs and the other studio monitors going through them. Here you go.
Oh my God, what the hell?
There's that. And we'll turn this on as well. Yeah, we got a little nice rich bass coming through there.
I'm going videography mode.
We're gonna add a little bit of volume to that as well. We can't overdo it, but I think we can safely add some volume. And then we'll do the AB over in the other room.
So let's do this.
Let's do that.
All right. While he's doing that, I'll be doing this, which is video recording things. I'll record you guys recording me. All right? You guys recording me, I'm recording you, right?
Yeah, so we'll be hearing Philly and seeing me in the quadrant there.
Can you hear Dan? Can you guys hear Dan?
I set up another mic in here, so
all right, cool.
It's not just Phil on an island.
Okay, I'm gonna go videography mode. You guys come along.
Yeah.
But I won't talk to you.
Yeah. Here's a little more volume on the KRKs, the VXT6s. And we'll compare that to the MTMs. There's your MTM and VXT. And back in the MTMs. And the VXT once more. In the room, there's definitely a difference in the sound. Yeah, it sounds like it's definitely changing the size and shape of things. But those small diaphragm condensers being in an X-line pattern that is roughly facing the monitors should give you an idea of what it sounds like to be in front of them. Okay, so that's what this test is about. That's what Masterfield's showing you apparently. Quad view. It's cool because while the camera is in, whether it's in a mix or on its own, it has a brown coloration around the edge of the screen of the phone. And also has the green coloration whenever it's not in focus, basically. It says on monitor. It's pretty cool how it works. Allows you as a director and producer to see what's in the shot. So he's actually filming and directing all at the same time. Both his hands are filmed. So he really technically probably couldn't change the shot without having a little bit of a problem with the camera. That's how full we are here at Infinity Time Studios of jobs to do for you.
You know the YouTube channels when they're like always moving? Like this?
Yeah.
Whoa, everything's so awesome.
Such a chaotic environment here because it's so fun, man.
I can't believe how crazy it is in here.
Wow, it's fucking awesome, bro.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so now on this scattering feed, you can tell a little bit about transients.
Yeah. What?
So that sounds like it's coming out of a different type of hole than this. Right? That, in my headphones, I can use it. So hopefully you can get that in YouTube as well.
Pretty much all.
Yeah. Remember like MTV whenever like, you know, they had the real world and stuff, and those kids were alternative. Okay, so there's your MTMs again one more time. And your VXT6.
Rocket.
MTM.
Oh, not rocket. I mean,
Not rocket.
KRK.
VXTs were the higher end KRK line at the time.
Higher
They've now
end.
been replaced with the V6 and V8. They're the fourth generation. I think they call it. Fourth gen V series. But the high end KRK is made with a little bit better amplification, a little bit better spec. But also in this series, what made them special, as you can see on your screen, is that they're shaped like eggs. They're not a square box, but rather they have curvature all the way along their surface. So
There's an X.
there's a bit of an egg shape going on there, and that helps them, along with the shape of where the tweeter is enclosed and things like that, to produce a sound field that is desirable and useful. So that's speakers there, that's speakers here. Here we go. Let's change the KRKs now. Which I guess we can do while the MTMs are on. Let's see how much handling there is associated with this microphone. Guess we should turn that stuff down so we don't get any problems. But here we go with moving these out of the way a little bit. We'll put them right back in the same spot because we have the center line as the marker. And now we'll power down our VXTs. Let's see. This is the most flattering portion of the show, where you can view areas of my body usually reserved for only my wife's eyes. So you're welcome, internet. Now with VXTs off, what we'll do to save further shame and embarrassment is just pull the speakers and use the power leads that are there along with the XLR cables.
Okay. All right.
We can always replace them at a later date, but power comes from a cable in a very similar manner no matter who manufactured the cable.
Right.
So, yeah, we're winging it as usual here on Infinity Times Infinity Studios. And now, I don't even know what I sound like in the stream, so
Right.
who knows? It might be a
look. Here, let's see.
You can listen on those headphones and see how loud I sound compared to you standing where I usually stand.
Yeah, these
Actually,
guys are...
I can also listen on these headphones and hear, but I don't know what that's relative to yet, you know?
Sorry, stream. I just spun you guys around, and you're on a gimbal. I understand.
They have a quad view. They'll be fine.
Oh yeah, you guys can look at other things if you want. Okay. Putting on the headphones. Remember, L, you gotta learn how to read. Okay, talk. Dan?
All right. It's a dynamic, so I got to get right up against it to talk.
Ah, yeah, it sounds good.
It does? Does it sound about the same volume as what you were hearing? Like, oh, you really don't know because you haven't been listening in those headphones.
No, I haven't.
So again, we have the same situation where if you have no relative reference, then you really don't know.
I really don't know.
However,
Because we did turn down the background, right? We turned it down?
yeah,
Oh,
but
boy.
really, the only way to know relative levels is to have something to compare it to, and since this is probably the first time you put those headphones on in that spot, there's really nothing that you can use as a reference. So
Yep.
you can hear that I'm coming through, and that's good. It's
We
better
are
than nothing.
coming through.
But yeah, I did put the mic up over here so that I could reach these speakers, so
Oh.
that's what I'm going to do.
Well, why don't I go in there and talk on that microphone?
Yeah, you can feel free to use this one.
Okay.
It's also, as a stage mic, it can be taken off of the stand, so you can hold it like that too. Oh, now he's here without the tablet. So he's got to do something to simplify his life, right? I mean, how's he going to film, tablet, and talk?
I forgot the tablet. Let me do this.
That's awesome.
Hey man,
all right,
you got the headphones, I get the tablet.
I'm continuing to pull the speakers.
Oh, okay. Tablet. Guys. Here we go, this is the tablet. I'm gonna pretend like you guys are the director. And okay, hold on. I need to talk into the mic. Alright. So you guys are the director, alright? So this is what you guys should do. This is what the Sling Studio tablet looks like in that bottom right quadrant.
Check it out. There's the speaker and our overhead.
Okay.
Oh, I kept it dark in here, so it's
Yeah.
probably too dark to film very well. I'll go turn up the lights a bit.
Turn up the lights. Yeah, this is what the microphone looks like. Having trouble focusing in on it. But hello there, Governor. Hello there, Governor. All right, guys, what's going on? Infinity Times Infinity Studios. We're in the middle of switching out the KRKs, the KRK VXT6s for the HEDD Type 07 Mark II. That's right. Maybe you typed it in search, you know? You want to see something happen here, okay?
So, check it out in the face cam here.
Yeah.
Or, here's the face cam. This is what comes in the box. It's the port plugs. And they have a hole in them so that you can attach this piece, and then you can unscrew it once the plug is in there, and therefore not be stuck with no way to remove the plug. Alright, so there's your closed or ported technology view in the face cam. Oh, I'm talking to nothing. They can't hear me.
Oh no.
Yeah, so.
Dan was just talking into nothing. Anyway, those were the ported, you guys. You know, butt plugs that we were talking about earlier. Ported. He opened it because it was like early Christmas. So that's what he did. He has already moved the VXT6 from that side, and yeah, this is the first time he'll be opening one of these bad boys right here. So let's see it. Let's get some focus
Here,
here.
I'll put this. There you go. That's
Get
my
the
face
focus.
cam.
There we go.
Show
There
off the
we go, baby.
speaker. And there she is.
There she is. Look at that. So fresh and so clean.
It's a thing of beauty.
Oh my gosh. It's beautiful.
Okay.
Alright,
There it
now
is.
that's some beautiful craftsmanship, you guys. Look at that, man. That's the tweeter that we were talking about. It looks
There's your
way
motion
different.
transformer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's see what we got.
Through here. Gotta get out of his way. Here he goes. Here he goes. Set him up in there. Let's get it.
That's how you do that.
That's how you do that.
Now, connect
Now,
sound.
we're gonna connect sound
and power.
and power. You guys are coming right along with us, okay? I myself have some tiny, small PreSonus monitors that I use. Monitors are something that Dan has a lot of, and so I'm pretty amazed that he's switching out some KRKs for these other monitors. But it's for really good reason, which we talked about last stream.
Yeah, she looks good.
Oh yeah, beautiful. Oh man.
I probably left these mics open, so.
Oh, maybe they could hear you.
That's yeah, they probably could hear me, but probably sounded bad because of stereo.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, here you are along on the journey with us. That is not the ideal.
Yeah.
As is normally the case on a live stream. So
this is on the fly right here.
Yeah, we're not scared to just do it.
We're getting our hands dirty here. Well, Dan is. I'm just kind of videoing it.
Oh no, we just lost the.
He lost the cable. He lost the cable, you guys.
Lost the XLR.
Okay, coming through.
There's VXT number 2. Going over here on the bench.
VXT number 2 is coming out of off of its stool, and the other head will go on. That other head. Hold on. That other head, you guys, will go on there. Type 07 Mach 2. This is not an unboxing video, you guys. It's not.
No.
All right, we're just.
There may be things coming out of boxes.
Yes, but we do not do. We have not done an unboxing video yet for the stream, and we're not doing it now.
We probably have, and we probably are.
We probably have, and we probably are right now. We've never done this before. So if you like this, smash that like button and fart on the notification bell for us. You don't actually have to push the button; you just have to fart on your keyboard.
Oh man, yeah, I'm sure that's gonna win us the viewers. Go with some of that.
Exactly. All right.
Okay, so this is what you get when you open the box. You see first your quick start guide, which obviously explains what the controls are on the back. Those have been probably discussed at length. We'll show you a live shot of those in a moment. Those are including the linearizer and the closed reporting technology that these aforementioned port plugs will be used for. So,
okay, so the port plugs.
Setting it all aside for now.
That's a big thing in itself.
Yep,
set that aside. Now you got the plastic sack around the monitor. There we go. Heavy duty tape comes with it.
You wouldn't want your bag not to be taped superficially.
Right. You gotta have that tape undone.
Okay, so
I'm just a fly on the wall.
Show them this thing.
I'm just a fly on the wall. Alright. Let's bust these babies out. It's dope. It's dope.
Now,
hold it up. Yeah. Now the back.
Let's take a look at those.
Okay,
so
hold on. Let me get down here with it.
What you have here
getting down with it
is
flashlight's a little bit too bright. Okay. Just off to the side a little bit. There we go. Perfect. Okay. There.
So
you got it?
Alright, so first you've got volume, then the linearizer, then the closed reported switch on the top there, the top row.
Yep.
The second row is about filters. You've got the low frequency, low pass for if you're connecting a subwoofer. The third row there is having an analog or AES switch for analog versus digital input, and then
input sensor,
sensitivity,
and then desk filter, it looks like.
And a desk filter that we're going to leave in neutral position for now.
Okay. Then you have a couple of ports here, analog in, AES in, and AES through.
Which is because a digital AES input signal is programmed left or right, and it can be throughput from one speaker to the other.
Ah, okay.
So it's essentially just one connection, one AES that is normally used for that.
Oh,
all right.
Okay.
So
cool. All right.
There's what the back of the speaker looks like.
That's what it looks like. We've been showing you the front quite a bit. Let's see here.
Please don't film me doing this.
The XLR cable has fallen down, and now Dan has to fish it out of all the wiring.
So here's the power.
And if you guys are AV nerds out there, you know how much wires are important. So basically, he's got a lot of wires down there, y'all. You should be able to see wires everywhere. I mean, but why not go wired? I mean, like, all this wireless stuff is just all opening the door for interference, you know. I'd rather have straight to the power source, you know what I mean? Straight to the power source if possible. That'd be great. Everything that we possibly could do has like a direct power source if we can, and then the other things we'll have to charge batteries here and there, and usually that's like the tablets and the phones, really. But everything else pretty much has direct current. Oh, and the Sling Studio camera links, those are battery operated. So on my control tablet, you'll see what I see. Oh, it's an Inception, you guys. Oh, it's an Inception. Okay. Let's see here. You got your 4 audio sources on the left-hand side. You have your mixer on the top, and then you have the program on the right there. So,
all right, man. I'm gonna need a fucking minute here.
That's good. It's all the way down deep in there, like possibly lost in the sauce. Oh yeah. Okay.
Yes.
It's got to be around here somewhere.
Okay, don't film me, please. I said don't film me. Okay?
Oh, I'm not filming you. I'm just filming the ports.
Don't film the rat's nest. Please don't film the rat's nest.
Okay. Okay, so anyway, the wires are a good thing, though.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Let's see here.
You need to stand where you're standing.
Okay. Go ahead. Okay, second monitor has been put into place.
This is the microphone. You need to talk into this if
Yep.
you want the video.
Yep.
It doesn't work if you don't.
Okay, I'm talking into you now. Of course, you know Dan is quite a bit taller than me, and the microphone was set pretty high. It's just I was holding 2 things at one time.
Stupid.
you go. So, it's face turned around now. All right, so now I can talk to you guys. So, now the new speakers are going in. It's exciting. We pretty soon are going to be able to hear.
Oh, they have a power switch on them, huh?
Yep.
Go ahead and see it.
Click. Nothing more satisfying than a click.
No.
All right. See those little green lights underneath there? The LEDs?
They can't hear you.
So anyway, it looks like the head have little green lights as LEDs. They're pumping right now.
Oh. Our first sound from the heads. So the head's volume needs to be boosted.
So the head's volume needs to be boosted. So now,
All on trim. We'll make them quieter as a. There we go. It's probably closer.
okay, that's the sound on the head. Type 07 Mark II. Now the MTMs.
Alright, no need to force Billy to be the talker the entire time. So now we have a relatively similar amount of volume between the two. Interesting. So let's see, I guess the bigger speakers are a little louder. We need to add some gain back. There we go. That's probably about right. So now we have something like a direct volume comparison between the two. We can switch back and forth between them on this dim tune entitled Doomsday Prophecy. Did I turn them down out there? I probably should go check what we've got.
All right, he's going. Okay, so he's going to go check the levels out there on the bearing.
Yep, they're good.
So he's checking it. He says, "Hey, man, they're good."
They're good.
Oh yeah. Liking this one.
of those before. This tune's about over, so we'll get a little something different. It's a second test. But now what we're hearing is some transient response that's much more similar between the two, I think, than the KRKs were to the MTMs. Let's see. That sounds quite similar.
Yeah.
switchlets and YouTubulation.
Okay, and we're back, you guys. All right, so we just went. All right, get this first. I'm gonna drop that. Okay. There we go. Okay, so we just went into the abyss, into the other side.
Yeah, break on through to the other side. That's specifically what we've done here.
Right. It's what the doors say.
Yeah. We took our instructions from Jim Morrison. We rode the snake.
Yeah.
Here we are.
You know, so let's get down to the final thoughts here.
Yeah.
All right. Final thoughts. You guys heard it. You know, like what Dan was saying is that it might not replicate through to you the same way. Obviously, you would have to have head speakers, maybe.
Well, you know, it's going to all be filtered by what your speakers sound like.
Right.
So there is that.
There's that.
And also, you know, the translating from the microphone picking up the sound. So the microphone shapes the sound.
Right.
The preamp shapes the sound. Of course, the preamp is a pretty clean preamp, so I was really not adding much of anything.
Okay, good.
Of course, the conversion changes the sound some.
Right.
So it'll be interesting for us to check this one out on replay and listen for ourselves.
Listen.
Through our new head speakers and our MTMs.
That's right.
We'll listen to our own shit through our own shit. I'm sure that'll really be revealing.
That's another Inception right there that we haven't talked about yet.
I guess we just come upon them each and every time.
I think so.
At this point, you know, that's why it's Infinity times Infinity Studios.
That's right.
Because we live in a mathematical anomaly that isn't supposed to exist.
Right. And if you did solve that problem, it would probably destroy the world, you know, like the whole...
well, I hope it doesn't, because we solved that problem. So I hope it, instead of destroying the world, that it frees the world from all of its shackles.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
right?
It could save the world, right?
Freedom.
Freedom month.
Songs of freedom. Yeah, that's what I'm about. That's what I'm about here at Infinity Times Infinity Studios. We make songs for freedom.
Right.
Songs about love and freedom.
Uh-huh.
So, if that's what you're into, check us out. Take a listen, take a look. InfinityTimesInfinityStudios.com. Infinity Times Infinity Studios YouTube channel.
Go to the website, guys. There's so much good stuff on there. There's Ethan Loomis. There's we have Derek Townsend, our boy, our third party.
Derek's not on the website.
No, he's not?
No.
With Steve King?
No.
That's not on the website?
It's on the YouTube channel. It's not on the website.
We need to put that on the website.
Steve's music. Well, Derek's hasn't had any releases as an artist.
Oh, that's true.
So, when Derek's releases come, it'll be probably with Jim.
Oh, okay. But he was.
Which you heard all of this evening, by the way, for you out there who are interested in the distorted ass music that you heard this evening. Those are all tracks from the collaboration between myself and Platinum D, as he wishes to be called for his artist name. So Dank and Platinum D together is Dim, and that is our electronic music contribution to the universe.
Well, there you go. And that's what you guys got to hear tonight through different speakers. Of course.
Yeah, so if you wanted a demonstration of the head audios in addition to an unboxing, and you were interested in seeing them rather than getting information about them, this is your stream.
This is your stream.
If you wanted information and you know that they look like what they look like because you can see a picture on their website, which is what I kind of expected, then maybe last week's part 1 stream is for you.
Yeah.
In that one, I delve in deep about all the different technologies that this speaker has to offer. And in part 3, that you can stay tuned for next week, we'll talk about some more specifics. We'll reiterate some of those things, and we'll actually demonstrate them in real time.
Right. So we're going to go deeper. Part 3 means deep throat penetration.
You know what, man? This is a pornography channel that I didn't know about, so yeah.
It accidentally turned into a porno channel. But
apparently Billy's into some weird shit that I wasn't aware of. But
it is not that bad.
Yeah, we're going to penetrate your ear holes more than any of your other orifices. But if you're into that, perhaps, this can lead you, and this can be the beginning of your journey into some more.
The third video is we're going to get really into some weird science type shit. Like in the third one,
you might feel as though you have entered an alternate dimension, because often that is the case as you witness and experience that which folds in front of you here at Infinity Times Infinity Studios.
Exactly. So every Saturday we stream, every Saturday if possible at 10, but around 10, right?
Yeah, I mean we're not really the schedule-y types. So, we take the Latin American approach to timeliness on this channel, where it's probably somewhere like 11, maybe 11:30, maybe 10 o'clock, 10:30. I don't know. You guys come along with us, hang out. We'll do the tropshka,
Yeah, and then very angular. See how angular this is back here? It's so angular. Okay, you guys.
Every angle you can imagine is all in one wall for you. How much more angle can you get, okay?
Yes. If you have not checked out our Twitch channel, check out the Twitch. And then YouTubers, check out the other thing. And go back and forth.
Cross the streams.
Cross multiply with each other.
We cross-platform and multi-camera, multi-stream, so you can cross-platform yourself.
Right.
You're welcome, Internet.
Ain't nobody's using this equipment like we're using it. It's like becoming a monster, you guys. Like
every week you see more shit. This time we didn't even mention the way that we got this to happen. we have an expansion box for this X32 called the S16 that's in the control room that has 3 of the inputs from this evening stream being shot across an Ethernet cable strewn across Infinity Times Infinity Studios to this mixer and into your ear holes via the miracles of modern science. So at some point we'll probably mention the S16 and do a stream on that as well.
Mind blown.
Yeah, stay tuned for things like part 3 of the HEDD Type 07s, the S16 Behringer, the MacBook Air M1 with 16 gigs of RAM and 8-core GPU being used to control the ATEM remotely from the other room.
Yeah, the monster is getting larger, you guys.
Be prepared for streams about the universal audio interfaces that are in this studio, the X8P, the 8P, the universal audio expansion little box that has 4 SHARC chips in it that we haven't even mentioned.
You have SHARCs in there?
Yeah, there's sharks in this studio. You didn't know that?
Bro, yeah. We need a shark fish tank.
There's a total of, 26 sharks in this studio.
26 sharks?
Yeah, we can only use 22 of them at a time due to system restrictions that Universal Audio has in place, which means only 6 devices in total can be a part of your multi-interface web. So that's probably one of the main differentiators here at this studio, is that we have the Universal Audio ecosystem running in a big way here with multi-interface interconnection.
Yeah.
So.
And plus, 22 sharks is good.
22 sharks live at any moment to do your bidding for you, as though you were Dr. Evil.
Right.
And Master Phil was Mini-Me. And we're like, $1 million.
Mini-Me, stop pumping the laser.
Yeah, so we won't show you the laser, but we will show you all the other stuff that has to do with how we got this awesome for you, the viewer.
How we got the awesome sauceum in the house.
Yeah, and we're going to continue to floss on our awesome sauce because we are the boss.
That's a lot of flossing on that awesome sauceum.
Yeah, until you get your salad tossed.
I'm loving it. Okay, guys, you come back here. Okay, Infinity Times Infinity Studios. Go to the .com. We will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Peace out.